Hey everyone! So I said in my previous video that I was going to make a video about my belly piercing, so here it is. Okay, so let me show you my belly piercing really quick first so you can see it. There you go. See it? So I got my piercing done in Philadelphia on January 21st, which was the day before me and my boyfriend made a year because we went to Philadelphia to kind of celebrate. And beforehand, I did look at a lot of reviews to see what places inside the city people thought were great for piercings. And a lot of people seem to really like this place called Infinite Body Piercing. And yeah, I mean, I made my boyfriend drive around the store a couple of times just so that I can get a look of what it looked like. And immediately once I walked in, it just looked very clean and professional. And not to mention, like, the first thing that you see is like their body jewelry, and it looked really expensive. I can tell you that for sure. And I was a little hesitant to get my piercing done, but what I liked about this place was that immediately as I said that I wanted to get my belly button pierced, they told me that it wasn't a sure thing, that they would get me to see the piercer first so that he can analyze if my belly button's anatomy was good for a belly button piercing. Usually, I wouldn't expect piercing places to do that. They usually want the money and they just let you come in and get it pierced, but the piercer was really careful in analyzing if my belly button was okay for a belly button piercing, and he explained all the ins and outs of why one anatomy fits. So that's what I really liked about that. Um, I was really hesitant to get it done because, like I said before, I'm a coward for the healing process. You know, I'm always worried about infections, what's going to happen. And so I was really hesitant. Not only that, but the piercing was going to come out to $80. They are pretty pricey. So, um, yeah, it was a lot to think about. But, you know, I'm young. You only live once. So I was just like, all right, whatever. It's only a piercing. So they made me fill out the forms as usual and um, made me show them an ID to make sure that I was of appropriate age. And my piercer, my piercer's name was Kyle Peterson. And this guy was just amazing. He was like this chubby guy who had a bunch of piercings and was obviously like a rocker, and he was the sweetest guy ever, you know. He did the usual talking to get you kind of relaxed before the piercing process, and he asked me a lot of questions about why I was here, my boyfriend, what are we doing, what are we doing after I get my piercing, all that stuff. And he was really, really sweet. And I did talk to him and tell him that it was our anniversary, that's why we were here, blah, blah, blah. You know the story. So, anyways, he did a fantastic job of piercing me. He made me feel very easy, very calm, relaxed, and he even put music while he was piercing me. So he made the atmosphere very, very comfortable. And after I got it pierced, everything was fine. I went outside to show my boyfriend, and as soon as I looked down, there was a pool of blood surrounding the area where I just got pierced. My my tank top was filled with blood around that area, and I immediately freaked out. I really freaked out. because I never expected to see that much blood coming out of a piercing. But the guy was really nice. He took me back in, cleaned me up, put a waterproof band-aid on top of my piercing, and gave me a free t-shirt from the piercing place because he was like, it's your anniversary. I'm not gonna let you walk out with a bloody t-shirt looking like you had another accident happen. So, um, yeah, it was a pretty interesting experience. I am a bleeder, so, you know, um, if any of you guys watching out there ever decide to get your belly pierced, it's normal to bleed a lot because I did. And my belly piercing is fine now, so, it just depends on who you are, I guess. But it was an amazing experience. This is my third week with the piercing, and the first night that I got it, I bled and I bled and I bled and I bled the whole entire night slash morning. It didn't stop until after I took like 2 or 3 showers, and like the second day it was very red because a lot of blood had clotted around the piercing, but as soon as you start taking showers, that all goes away. So that all went away in like 3 days. But for the first and second day, it's gonna look all nasty and bloody and, well, depending, but that was my experience with it. And it wasn't until the fourth or fifth day, or possibly a week, that it started to look pretty and clean. And so it all works out. Um, Anyways, the place was amazing. I definitely recommend it if anyone's ever in Philadelphia. Um, Infinite body piercing. I know it's gonna look really weird because it's opposite of how it is, but, and also what I really liked about them was that a lot of places, just like the piercer just tells you orally what you're supposed to be doing to take care of your piercing. They have everything in a little tiny booklet with information about every possible piercing that you can have. you know, Look at this. They even have the measurements for the salt solution uh, right here. Anyways, you won't be able to see it because it's weird, but everything is printed. Everything that you need to do to take care of your piercing is printed in a booklet. It looks so official. And here in the back, it tells you all the healing times of all the piercings. Anyway, I love this place. It's definitely worth going, and it was my first time there, and I was so satisfied. So completely satisfied. But yeah. So it's my third week with the piercing. So far, so good. Every now and then it gets a little bit irritated because my clothes, my shirt might be too tight, or, the way that I sit or something. Or when I lie down on my bed, you can't lie down, stomach down. And that was my favorite position to lie in bed, so my neighbors are screaming. What I've been doing to keep it nice and, worry free is just don't touch it. You know, Simple rule that everyone should follow: do not touch it. Keep your filthy hands off of it. That's it. You know, um, do that. Do the salt. They do a sea salt solution. Apparently, table salt doesn't, maybe it's too harsh on your piercing, or just doesn't work as well as sea salt. So they told me to do sea salt solutions, not just regular table salt solutions. I've been doing that twice a day, and I'm gonna continue doing that possibly until my piercing heals, which takes about 6 to 8 months. A long time, but trust me, it will be worth it come summertime. So, um, yeah, that's all I've been doing. I don't touch it. If soap gets into it, I just rinse it off, let the water hit my piercing in the shower, coming from the overhead, simple stuff. I hope you guys have a great one. And if you have any questions or maybe video requests that you would like me to do, just inbox me, alright? Bye.